Hey guys, there's no intro to this video. I am using the My Mind's Eye Kate and Company Oxford collection heavily on this layout, and I'm scrapbooking a photo of my nephew Eli, and he's out front of our house and he's playing ball, which is one of his favorite things to do. I cut apart there's a cut apart sheet, there you go, and it says, "Hey there, Mr. Handsome," and I'm going to use some of the twine that came in the Studio Calico May kit to wrap around this tag here because I wanted to cover up the tie. The tie really didn't fit with the theme of my layout, but I definitely wanted to use that title. And yeah, I could have cut it, like just cut the tie off, but I thought this gave it a little bit more of a decorative element. I'm going to use a tag to cover up the rest of the tie. So I'm just going to use some scrapbooking. This is tape from Scotch here, and it's called scrapbooking tape. It's not double-sided, but it is acid-free. So, and then I'm going to use a little tag from the Studio Calico May kit. They sent a bunch of these tags. And I looked through the flare badges too and didn't know if I was going to use one of them. But one of those tags there I'm going to put up on some dimensional adhesive and put that across the rest of that tie so the tie is not noticeable on the final layout. And you know me, I'm using my standard... Well, my hair is really messed up in this video. Anyway, I'm using my standard lots of foam adhesive on the back of that. And then that is the button collection from the Kate and Company thing. So everything coordinates really nicely here. So I just pulled up a little chipboard piece that said date on it, and I made that little embellishment there. I'm just having a look now at some stickers from the basic gray kit. And then this is what I have left of my Studio Calico kits, and I'm kind of looking around and see if there's anything there I want to use. So I know from the Kate and Company paper pack that my layout is going to be a blue and yellow green kind of layout. So I had this Echo Park paper left. This is Studio Calico paper, that circular paper there, and all of the supplies will be listed in the blog post, which is now on my own website. I got off Blogger now, and everything's going up on my own website, GinaBeth.com. So it's not really launched or official or anything yet because I'm still playing around with it, but all of the posts are now on GinaBeth.com. So I think I've told you guys the story of my name. My first name's Regina, my middle name's Elizabeth, so I cut down both of them and I'm Gina Beth. So that's the story behind that. A lot of people say that I sound Southern, and I don't quite understand that, but a lot of people think that I sound Southern, so they think my name is Gina Beth. So, and that works too. That's fine. So I'm using that Echo Park paper. Both of those turquoise type papers, the graph and that circular weird kind of design are from Echo Park, and the polka dot paper, like I told you, is from Studio Calico, and then that yellow paper is from that My Mind's Eye collection, and the dark blue polka dot is from My Mind's Eye, and then this piece of plaid paper is also from My Mind's Eye. So I'm just layering a bunch of papers together here to see how I want it to look. And I'm actually going to hide quite a bit of that little strip of Echo Park paper. My video keeps hanging up. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. So I took some more of that, is it plaid? It's kind of like houndstooth. That yellow is kind of like houndstooth. And then that plaid paper, and I lined them up on the side of the photo like that and then cut them off because they were, one of them was longer than the other. And now I'm going to try my best to lay these layers down, and I have a heck of a time with this. When I use a lot of layers, and this is not a lot of layers by any stretch of the imagination, and this is not one of those times where I feel like it's impossible to get the layers the same way, even when I take a picture or a photo of it, but the layers for me. So I'm going to cut a big portion of this layout here, not this layout, but this paper down, and I'm going to hide most of that pattern underneath these other paper layers. And then I'm going to put that little embellishment card that I made. I'm going to put half of it up on dimensional adhesive and then just run my tape runner over the tape, the Scotch tape that's holding that twine together, because the twine is popping that up, so I wanted the top to be popped up as well. I put that sticker down that says, "Oh, what fun." And then I'm going to pull it back up because it's not straight. And I decide, one, it's not straight, and two, I decide that I want to put it up on some dimensional adhesive. So I'm going to pull that out and do that. There you go. And now we're going to put it back where I had it. There we go. And then I'm going to use this, and I abandoned this idea for a second, but I'm going to go back to it with that hemp cord that came in the Studio Calico kit. I'm going to use 6 of these, or do I use 5? No, I use 6 of these buttons on the layout, those 3 there, and then you'll see where I put the other ones. I thought I would use that little label flag thing. And then that says one of the best days ever, so I put that up there. It had all the colors in it. There's no real title to this. I'm kind of using that "Oh What Fun" as my title. So, seeing if there's any other die cuts or stickers from this basic gray kit that I want to use. And I wanted that flag with the hand pointing on it, but I didn't want it. It said top quality, the other part of it, and I didn't want to use that. I've pulled out all of these Sketchbook and Ready Set Go die cuts from the Amy Tangerine bits because I want to get rid of them, so I put them in that little glass tray on my desk, and I'm gonna layer a couple of them up there in that upper right hand corner. The clouds kind of match with he's outside and the heart and things like that, so I thought that worked. With this, I popped the top of the heart up on some dimensional adhesive, and then just adding I'm going to add this little button, but before I add the button, I'm going to put some of that hemp cord through it so it hangs down a little bit. So I bring that hemp cord into other parts of the layout, so it's not only on that one little die cut there. So, and I'm gonna let these. I'm gonna thread it through all 4 of the holes in this button, and I'm just gonna let the tails hang. I'm gonna pop that up on some dimensional adhesive and put that up where the heart is. And then, like I said, I'm gonna cut them off a little bit, but I'm gonna let those tails hang. I'm still not sure how I feel about them, but it's fine. And then I do something weird here. I thought, oh, let me put some staples on this layout, and it's fine how it is right now, but this is a little journaling card. It says "Ready, Set, Smile." It's from the collectible, from my Mind's Eye collectible, and now I'm going to get a couple of those. Those are the forms that I use to keep track of my layouts, and this particular photograph was from an event that I wanted to scrapbook. So I have the event form that I use to keep track of all of the layouts I want to make from that event, and then I also pulled out my individual planning page, and so I could write the individual supplies for this page. And both of those forms are up. I uploaded them onto my website, GinaBeth.com. This sounds like a big commercial, doesn't it? Visit my website, GinaBeth.com. But anyway, so I'm going to use a couple of more of these buttons. And then I go back to this idea of layering this hemp cord down here in the bottom, and I'm going to twist it all up and make a little round, I don't know what you call it, and I don't know. I really like the way this looks, but to me, I wish that I could figure out a way to make these sort of strings on there is a person I watch on YouTube. I will link her channel down below, but she does really good with twine, and she uses her tape runner adhesive, so maybe I'll try that next time. I'm not sure. My Glossy Accents is clogged, so I'm going to take my paper piercer and fix that, and I'm going to put my head in your way. And then I'm going to use my paper piercer to kind of put that glue and that string exactly where I want it. So I'm going to wind the string so that it kind of bounces like the ball would or something off of the layout here, but it's very contrived looking, I think. I don't think that the loops of this cord, and maybe it's because it's hemp cord and not like twine, that the loops look a little bit more. I mean, they definitely look like I glued them where they were supposed to be, which is exactly what I did. But I was hoping for a more organic, it looks just kind of laying there, you know. No, not so much. But I don't know. In the end, I think it looks fine, but it does look it looks a little contrived, which, you know. But I'm using my paper piercer to kind of get that. I don't want to put my hands in the glossy accents. I don't know what glossy accents does, but it makes my hands peel. So I try really hard not to get that stuff on my skin because I have really sensitive skin and that glossy accents just makes my skin peel. So I try really hard not to get that on me when I'm using it. I love it and I use it for more than just like this application. I use it, you know, to make things look like they're enamel and things like that, but I really try to keep it off my fingers. And Tara definitely wouldn't like it if I got it on my nails. Tara's my hairstylist, my nail girl. So I get glossy accents on my nails. It's going to pull that nail polish right on off of there. So you see, I'm going to glue this twine on the backside here, but if you look at it, it looks a little contrived, but that's okay. And then here's where, remember I told you I put those staples because I thought the staples would be a cool accent. And then I used, so the staples are of course silver. And then I used this gold clipped embellishment in the dark blue. So that didn't really work out so well, but I liked it, so I decided to leave it. But I don't typically mix that. This is twice now I've mixed gold and silver on a layout in this way, and I swear to you I don't typically do that, but did it on here. So now I'm going to do some journaling about the fact that if Eli does not have a ball in his hand, he has a car in his hand. It's balls and cars, and that's all he cares about. He just wants to play ball or play with his cars. He doesn't, you know, that's it. So I'm just journaling about that. I'm going to add the date up there on that little embellishment cluster. And that's it. And here's a final look at the layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know if you like when I go through the supplies that I pull out at the beginning of the video, or you like when we just jump in like this, because that's something that I would like to know. And if you guys let me know that, I'll make sure that the future the future videos go more in line with what you guys want. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.